goes down this time. Over it. How'd you get a star in your name?
I get it. All right, it's time to get it. It's yet another day of
Mickey's smiling even when he gets 3-0.
Apex. We're starting things off in the ruins. A place where there should never be any combat of any kind.
Ruining priceless archaeological artifacts.
They're literally ruined ruins.
I get it.
They will be.
Well, d.va, Taimu on the Widowmaker, and this is
The stream delay should be even lower than before, honestly.
Given the long sight lines.
And that's right. I forgot to mention as well too. We're actually playing this
Super Striker.
on a tournament realm today.
That's
so
right.
Don't have to worry about the live server shenanigans, and it means that the players are able to use emotes and whatever sprays they want too.
I'm so happy about this.
Okay, so Athena's got a pretty good comp. EnVyUs' comp is a little awkward.
We'll get there someday.
I'm okay with that.
They have no real control in their team fight. I mean, they have Earth Shatter, but comes down to Taimu hitting shots and Hoon getting gravitons, whichever of those happens better or more frequently. So Harry kills Saya player early in this fight, which is kind of strange. I don't know why Saya player even took a fight with Harry, or maybe he just got too cocky or something. But Harry does a lot of work in this fight.
Falling almost immediately as well, and Taimu approaching. EnVyUs looks like they're going to claim the point early, and there goes Libero. There goes Hoon.
I'm just going off.
Can this one just already be called? Are we allowed to do that?
No,
30-second match? Okay.
I mean, that's very impressive, but
It's a
this is
great
what we
start.
expect. And I like Envy. They've taken the, instead of the Soldier, the McCree here, just so they have the flashbang for the backline. And we're going to see mirrored compositions, more or less, coming through, except for, of course, the Winston from Mickey.
The gauntlet has been thrown, and Saya player is going to pick it up and say, you know what? I can hit the headshots too.
This is going to be a very
Yeah, d.va did jinx. I mean, Caster cursed the shit out of them.
some impressive Widowmaker games in the past, but they're saying
See, like, these fights are going, like, too well for EnVyUs because the players on Athena are getting killed, like, way too early. And Harry's McCree does realistically look very good in this series, or at least on this map right now.
And Hoon shields himself, but he's not really getting
I like the monkey. I don't know if they even needed really to nano the monkey there.
got his ultimate
I mean, it's nice. I guess it brought them off, but it seemed a little overkill considering they were still down 2 players on the side of Athena. So realistically, I don't think they needed to burn nano boost. I guess it got Mickey closer to his ult, so it's not the biggest deal. But
first. There you
life.
go. Well, throughout all of that, we did see the nano boost from Chips go on to Mickey as he tried
EnVyUs sound barrier. Athena just switched 2 heroes, or they just switched to the Genji to deal with Taimu. But they have a widow. They already have like the preemptive Winston to like deal with the Widow and the Genji. So Mickey getting this kill is actually a pretty big deal.
onto Taimu, but right now he's got to
I don't know if he ulted. Yeah, he ulted after the boost came off. And this is where I think that they should have just They should have just high nooned here. So like, the issue here for EnVyUs was that they tried too hard to like. I don't even know if they tried too hard to do anything. I think that they should have just taken their free kill. I think Sleep Dart into High Noon is like ridiculously strong. I think it's like one of the best combos in the game. For a multitude of reasons. Like, it's just so free. Like 5 seconds, like the Sleep Dart comes out, you High Noon, it's a free kill. It actually doesn't matter. The only way he gets saved is if a bubble comes out at like the perfect time. But I think you take that risk. It's probably on Envy to know that Hoon has Graviton here. Not that there's anything they can realistically do about it. Other than not get Graviton, I guess. But I think in retrospect, Harry should have just taken the free kill on the Reinhardt, although he might have like expected Coco to charge in or something, or someone to follow up better. Because this Reinhardt that they ignored wound up like destroying them in this fight.
And Athena, they may actually win this one and grab the point for themselves here.
So finally get that Graviton surge down, overcome
Sleep
that
Dart into High Noon is actually like super good if it's on someone that's out of position.
But it timed out. They didn't know he had Earth Shatter, so the combo of CC was there. Pretty big commitment. Only
Taimu going for these ballsy plays.
In the next few seconds, so they have a nano boost to work with right now.
Oh, we got him through
He's
the
probably a cheater, honestly.
He doesn't even need to
Unless that tree's not there on his screen or something.
in the world. How is he so good?
So Hoon kills Hulk. I think Hoon just goes nuts here. Hoon kills Harry. Zarya is so good. And this goes back to their comp. They don't really have any heroes that can kill a Zarya, let alone a nano boosted one.
Charge gonna come on through. So
Hoon's on like a tear right now. Like a pocketed Zarya with high charge is like nearly unkillable
mops him up.
for the side of Envy, unless again like Taimu hits a crazy headshot or
Maintain that control. And
Nano boosted Harry Hook kills her. I don't know. I mean, obviously if snowball kills come in, but Hoon's kind of untouchable right now just based off of what EnVy's running.
Both teams can see each other at this point, I believe.
They got a Dragon Blade though, so work their way up.
They have Dragon Blade on Meta Athena.
No real
It's probably gonna go for a kill here on Taimu.
Trouble. Gonna get cut down.
Unfortunate. They killed Harry though.
Not quite yet. Saya player
Somehow Coco kills the Widowmaker. And Coco gets a 2K. I don't know what's going on here for Coco. He shattered. He shattered. Okay. So Coco hit a fat shatter during this Dragon Blade. That's why I didn't know what was going on. But so Coco hits a crazy shatter, kills 2 or 3 people, and then now they just snowball onto the Zarya. Like, you see how I said the Zarya had no realistic way to die? I mean, if she's the only one alive and took damage already, then yeah, she's gonna die. But Coco made a huge play during that fight that was off screen. So while it looked like it was gonna go well for Meta Athena, it went better because that shatter. And they're hitting shots, High Noon to kill the Tracer. Easy round. Yeah, and Hoon almost got Graviton off there. Like, if that fight didn't go, I think if Coco hit like maybe 1 or 2 less people, even just 1 less person with that shatter, that might have been a completely different game. See, Coco's just sitting there like, yeah, I carried that, or like, yeah, I clutched that shit. They show Coco shatter in a replay. I mean, it was probably play of the game, or I hope it was play of the game. They have a lot of spectators though at these events, like a lot. So they can always cut to it if they need to. Coco face no space.
You know, everyone was worried about this guy saying, you know, well, can he only play Zarya? Or not Zarya, can he only play d.va? We knew he could play the
Mickey's playing a very good Zarya though.
that he's not looking, at least so far, that bad on the Winston either.
Yeah, coordination, very good for EnVy. And this is sort of a must-win control here for Meta Athena. This has been their specialty.
Yep.
Back to triple tank with the soldier when the
Okay, so it's Soldier versus Tracer. I mean, they have a Zarya d.va on one side versus a Reinhardt Zarya. This Ana nuke though wins them this fight. Like, that was a huge Ana nuke out from Noose, and it hit both supports. I mean, that's just a free win right there. Mickey gets a lot of damage out though. 43% Graviton. GG easy.
So they will be the ones getting the first cap. Saya player starting to come out towards the flank and at least harass people in some of
Great for the stream quality. Yeah, that's where we made it before.
an ultimate already. Harry's actually going to switch onto the McCree.
So Harry goes McCree here to deal with the Tracer.
Which has been
I don't know how they get this kill here. I think it's a charge into like some damage. The that Zarya dying shouldn't have happened. The Reinhardt shouldn't have happened. Like, this is pretty sloppy play, I think, for Meta Athena. There's really no reason why they should have lost players here. That said, like, that pulse bomb probably should have been better. But Mickey's playing very well right now. Harry dies here, and it's really just on Mickey right now to do enough damage to get kills because they don't have any healers on the point with them. Good whole hog from Taimu. He didn't really have any choice. But Saya player kills him. Now it's really on Mickey to do everything. The Graviton. I'm surprised they nanoed the Tracer. I wonder if that was a mistake or if they wanted to nano the Reinhardt and the Tracer just got in the way. Mickey's playing really well though here. You haven't really seen anyone else from EnVyUs do a lot of work. So 19 to 35. They have Graviton Pulse Bomb eventually, I guess.
You could really see how the positional awareness though of Internet and Taimu on that approach. Saya player really didn't have an opportunity to take out that Lucio because of the interference that we were watching from Taimu's perspective, either that hook or just trying to hit those right clicks.
So I wouldn't have minded actually if they had just nanoed what's it called? The Coco here, or even nanoed Harry just to deal with this fight. Cause I mean, it's really unfortunate here that they don't use nano boost onto Coco, because Coco takes so much damage during that charge and then just goes down. And this fight's over just because of what happened there. I think Chips held this nano boost way too long. I don't know if it would have mattered. Realistically though, they probably should have just used it on anybody just to like delay the point more. But he doesn't use the nano, so now they have both support ults, but they're up against the Graviton Pulse Bomb combo for Meta Athena. I don't know if that's Chips' fault, or I think he should have just given it to Coco though. If Coco had the nano there, he probably would have gotten the kill on the Tracer, or been closer, I guess. I don't know. He might have lived, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Either way. But even using it on Mickey might not have been bad. So they make a mistake here of popping nano and high sound barrier. I think though what happens is, okay, Hulk used a sound barrier. I don't really agree with it. I guess he wanted to counter the pulse bomb, but this wasn't their last fight by any means, and Meta Athena committed super hard to this fight. Like, they used Graviton, they used Pulse. They don't have sound barrier because they used it the fight before, and then they nano boosted. So realistically, if EnVyUs just saved here and just died, it probably would have been really good for them. Or even only used called sound barrier. But since they survived the Graviton, Chips thinks it's okay to pop the nano boost because he's like, oh shit, we like survived this Graviton. But realistically, what happened was Side Player got the Pulse Bomb really, really late, so they win anyway because of the Pulse Bomb. But the Pulse Bomb was like so late that it made Chips think that he could pop the nano boost. But realistically, I think EnVy should have just taken that fight as a loss and came back for the next one with sound barrier and nano and just like guaranteed the win that way. Because now they're in such an awful spot. Now this is like the worst spot they could be in. Because they could have just re-pushed in like 2 seconds, like charged in with Coco and nano boosted Mickey or something, and then popped sound barrier and like whole hog and just came in and won that fight, and it would have probably been enough. But they popped both support ults in a position where they were going to lose and really hurt them.
They have quite a bit of control percent built up. EnVyUs, they really need this attack to work.
So Libero kills Mickey, which is really bad because Mickey's super close to Graviton right now, but now they're just losing the skirmish because of bad positioning. Holding the points like super, super advantageous on most of these control maps. So yeah, I don't know. Bad support ults in that fight like lost them the round, arguably, or just bad support ults that round lost them the round, I guess. I don't know if they're bad though, or if they were just like mistimed, or I don't know. I don't agree with them popping sound barrier and nano from inside of a Graviton. It's probably a mistake. I mean, it's definitely a mistake. It's just I understand why they did it. Unfortunate.
The Widowmaker and the Hanzo, it's been a lot weaker coordination from them overall.
Hog McCree, Zarya versus
will be slightly longer range than what
Racer, triple tank.
More open sight lines. Harry Hook's going to be on the McCree again, just in anticipation of the same stuff.
I guess he wants to go McCree against Saya Player, but I don't know that Saya Player is like the kind of person you should be trying to counter with McCree. I think the 76 might be safer. They never really had trouble with Tracer before, so I don't know if the McCree is just him being more comfortable, but his 76 is so much better, I think. It's a little weird. They have good point control right now. Reinhardt's shield's taking a load of damage. Really aggressive charge. Fat shot. Yeah, see, like, they just get pummeled by the triple tank into a corner, and I don't know if the 76 would have helped. It might have, like, this heal station might have been enough to turn that. But, like, Harry's not, like, if you're not killing the Tracer, the hero feels really bad. So Harry goes Reaper here. I don't know why. I don't know what the thought process is. Realistically, he's not going to kill anything, and it's a worse hero than 76, I think, in this position. If he really wants to get crazy, he could go Pharah if he wants. Like, that might work out better. But I don't see the logic behind the Reaper pick. I guess he wants to kill Hoon, but that boop. I just don't know what his plan is here.
Positioning from Meta Athena so far in these last 2 points has been,
and they can play so aggressive here. Like, look at their Ulticami right now on Meta Athena. Like, super, super good. This map is so snowbally. Like, this map might be the best map for Zarya in, like, the game because of how snowbally it is. I don't even know. That was way over commitment, but they're so far ahead, I don't even think that they care. They're, like, spawn camping them now. I think they should have just came out with the 76 and just like taken the skirmish, but it's unfortunate.
How are they going to follow it up? The Earthshatter comes through, and Meta Athena immediately all over EnVyUs.
Again, they're just snowballing the choke. They're just spamming like ults into this choke. They needed to just wait for Mickey to get grav and then ult everyone, and then try to hold the choke. Like, you can, like, this is not an unrealistic scenario to be in if you're Envy, even if they just get a good Graviton here. Like, see, good Graviton, but they have no damage really to follow it up because they wasted the nano boosted whole hog. And Hoon's just like this unkillable machine right now.
Going this time, and it looks like they're finally going to get some control percent building.
Alright, so they finally cap, but Hoon's got Grav again, and they have Nano. And Coco wasted, or Coco used Shatter, I guess. Saya comes up McCree. Interesting decision, I guess. They have so much ult economy though now, Meta Athena, from like snowballing that point for so long.
Yeah, and as OP as Death Blossom may seem in your solo queue games and my solo queue games,
I mean, the Graviton here needs to be dealt with. If they don't survive, they're not going to survive because they have no support ults either. As long as Hoon doesn't like completely whiff this and gets like 2 or 3 kills, it should be enough. But he goes for that of all ults. Okay, so they kill Coco with the Nano Booster Reinhardt, which is more than enough realistically. Good play, good play. I didn't think that, what's his name? I didn't think Harry was gonna, or Chips was gonna get Nano there. So now like EnVyUs kind of has the driver's seat now. Like that was Meta Athena's fight to lose, and they solo Graviton the Reinhardt. So I mean that was obviously a problem. I really didn't expect Chips to get ult by that fast.
If Saya there was late, here's the thing: if Saya player had been
unfortunate. Do you think EnVyUs finally just had a bad game? Yeah. I mean, I don't feel like they're getting completely out skilled or anything. Mickey should be like they're in a good spot right now as long as they don't overcommit. I still hate this Reaper pick, but I guess I understand why it's good on this particular map. I'm just surprised that they got so much value out of it. They need to counter this Graviton, or they need to counter the sound barrier with the Graviton. Although Mickey's playing like super afraid for some reason. They're like trying to bait the choke, but why? I feel like he should still be spamming. Too obvious, alright. Where was Coco there? That was a really good play from Mickey. I don't know where the team was though. I understand what happened to Harry. Harry got boned. But and Coco had to block the shatter, I guess. I don't. It was like so forced, unnecessarily. Okay, let's go back here. Let's just analyze the options of like what they could have done differently, I guess. Of like why this was probably a bad decision. Cause like. Okay, right now Mickey's the only one with ult, so like Envy knows this, and like Envy's well aware of this. It's kind of weird, I think, that Mickey. You can tell that there's a lack of communication, right? Like that Mickey goes for this. I don't know why he's hiding. I think hiding here is the first mistake because like there's realistically no reason why he should be afraid. The only way Mickey dies is if he gets earth shattered. Like realistically, that's the only way he dies, if he gets earth shattered or like sleep darted. But he's not gonna get sleep darted in that choke. Like he knows he can like peek the corners and stuff. Like there's no way he dies there. But even if he knows that they don't have nano boost because they used it last fight. They used Graviton last fight, and they used I don't even know if they had mech suit. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Mech suit's like completely irrelevant, I think. But they don't have Graviton, they don't have Nano Boost. So realistically, Mickey has nothing to worry about except for getting his ulti. But I don't know why he doesn't wait until the sound barrier comes out. Because they have such good positioning right now on EnVyUs. They just need to get Coco ult and like try to get Chips ult. But he like forces this issue so hard. Like this is so forced. And then Chris can just sound barrier out of this. And like Harry gets destroyed by damage and they can't follow up because they're running a Reaper. I mean, running a Reaper is whatever, man. It's unfortunate. I mean, it's the fact that they're running a Reaper here, right? Like if Taimu was in a position to high noon, maybe this would have been better. If Coco was in a position to shatter, but they're not. Like I think if you're Mickey here, you should have waited until they committed to a fight instead of trying to bring the fight to them. Because he like realistically baited his entire team into this fight and he put himself at risk of dying. When in reality there was nothing really that could have killed Mickey. But I don't think like he should have waited for the sound barrier and then Gravitoned instead of trying to force the Graviton down their throat, because him dying is such a big problem. But that's just a sad way to lose this round, I guess. Because they had it. I mean, they realistically did have it. I didn't think the Reaper was going to work at all, but they made it work. It's just they weren't in position for that fight. And maybe like if Taimu was closer and could have flashbanged the Lucio or something or whatever, but I think the timing was just off. That said, though, I don't even know why they switched to the Reaper in the first place, but that's unfortunate.
That attack was really good. They had an idea that the Gravitons... and they positioned Saya